So again, they could be doing some type of unwarranted, this could be child abuse and neglect. We see a lot of stories online where the mother and the father chained the kid to the seat and left them over. That's not my story. That's I am light. You're trying to act like you didn't go through a traumatic experience, because you could have been tied to the sick people. Um, you could have been tied to an abusive family. I also noticed that the person on that video that I watched earlier about that abused little girl, she looked a lot like somebody that I know. I can't put my finger on who it looked like. But I know the dad kind of looked like my person. And remember when I was sitting here and remember when I was sitting here earlier and I'm like, wait a minute. I told you, I was doing a video and my person and my guy or whatever came up next to me or whatever and was like, what you doing? Who you talking to? Like playing around or whatever. But when I looked at his face, I'm like, you're not the person that was here the other day, because his friend is over there helping him fix the flooring. But when I looked at his friend in the face, that's not even the person that was over here yesterday. That's not the, I don't think that that's the person that came in the house to check. I didn't really look at him when he came in, but the frequency, the energy that I got off of him was totally different. These are like the rude boys or bad boys. These are like the disgruntled ones. This is like, because I think even on that movie Overboard, the one big guy or whatever that was the best friends with, I cannot remember what the man's name was in that movie. I can't even remember what his real name, what his actor name is. Damn, who is that guy, y'all? The construction worker that was in that movie. I can't remember what his name is. Anyways, remember he had that chubby friend that he kicked back beers with and stuff like this. They were kind of like rough. The little boys were rough, like boys that play in the dirt and boys that play like in the forest and stuff like this. This could be something, these could be like the people that of the forest. Excuse me. You know, the little dirty boys that used to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not calling them dirty in that sense, but used to play in the dirt and play with forts and play in the woods and shit all the time. I think there's a sector of these boys that could have been taken, some of these boys in our areas, they could have been taken when they were young, okay, into some kind of alien occult, or they're attached to something else on that side of things. And that's what I think, that somebody's trying to take me from like an elite status male or something like this, okay, and place me, they're like, say I'm a $1 trillion baby or a $1 trillion trust fund baby. They just decided to get one more run, okay, one last chance, one last dance, by eliminating me from my trust, so I'm not like a world card Oprah baby. You get what I'm saying? To make my own brand after whatever I've been through, turn it into a story narrative. They think that, oh, you so stupid, you gave the story away for free, but that's because that took away the power from the story. For me to push it out like this, of the storyline of whatever happened in our community, it's not worth it. So, see, because somebody want me to come into my coming into as some type of project or some type of they could also be trying to test my DNA and everything to make sure that it's me to get this trust fund, but it's still me consciously, but they're worried about the flesh. They're trying to test this model of this body with this crippled hand. I don't know where it came from, because I've never been in this body in my life. So they're trying to make it like yeah, this ain't the one. Yeah, see, this ain't the one or whatever. But the real me could have been taken out of here on some kind of spree with somebody, and then I'm dead somewhere, because they don't want it to ever be talked about again or traced back to what they're doing. They're using our government money to do this, or you're using some foreign money. You're using something, right? I'm not agreeing to any of this. I'm in my right mind. I should not have a conservatorship. I shouldn't have any of that. Somebody's trying to also put somebody as the lowest of the low, but bitch, you're fucking low. Sierra, not the chosen, or Sierra the chosen. That petri dish test tube baby, crazy. You learned it from a mama to how to steal from people. Jay-Z spit. It could actually be Jay-Z. You could be the one that drives that vessel or drives that body that was trying to get to the Derek or the Drake in order to use them. And then you could be the one that the person end up dying with them, but you were not kidnap this person. And the only reason why you talk about all that stuff about the government is because you're a plant. You're some kind of something that they put out there in the streets to do this to people, to the so-called own people. You're not the Most High. But you've been playing like it for 3 months, so the shutdown is your idea. You've been mind controlling somebody, and the shutdown was your idea. Yeah, you've been in my house, or you had somebody in my house, Sierra the Chosen, when you was living your car a couple years back. You mad because I didn't have to live in my car yet? So these people could have took one of my vassals or one of my bodies and have me out there homeless or something or on drugs, but it's not me. Y'all, I've been so thirsty. And the only thing that could do it, I was so happy when I seen this back at the gas station, because I was mad at them. I was kept walking to the gas station like, okay, it's not in here, it's not in here, it's not in here, it's not. And then I'm like, okay, there you go. But it's this one. The blueberry, it's just crisp. It kind of remind me of like the Snapple, the natural Snapples without the sugar and stuff in it. Like they got white tea, something like this. Okay, but anyways, the water ones. I think it's like 4 flavors. It's really just like crisp and it's just, this motherfucker is good. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, but it hit the spot. Like, even if you're like a little nauseated, but water is kind of tasting kind of poisonous or toxic, and then you might try Gatorade and it make you want to vomit. This is like the perfect blend here. Okay. These people have been running. So this is so sick and disgusting, because either these people have been working for the FBI, CIA, or some secret program or something like this, doing mind control on people. But these people haven't even been vetted. They're not professionals or anything. They're using this type of technology to abuse family members, people in communities that they don't like, that they were jealous of. You don't even know some of these people. You probably never met eyes with these people. But they're doing this to people because of dislike, or because the truth is coming out about what they're doing. That's why I think, yeah, it's this energy of this, whatever this happened when it says yea shall be sold into slavery with into ships. This happened a long time ago. I think this is whatever era when Kanye West almost was a sacrifice or whatever, and then he got into the industry. That particular situation that's important for us to know right now, that had to happen back when he became the Polo. Okay, Polio. Because somebody could be saying they're a Gemini, but they're not a Gemini. This could also match up to in a past life, or if they're if they're jotting some of our energy down as to how many times we've been on this planet, reincarnated gods and goddesses. It's like, in a past life, I could have been a Gemini or something like this, and this is where most of my benefits was going to be coming from this lifetime. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying something like that, right? But on my birth certificate, it says that I'm a Taurus. But somebody was using an alias of mine that is classified, or it's supposed to be information that should be sealed. Now, for most of these people that you thought were men, like JFK, Martin Luther King, because they agreed to die or be killed off or something, be public and be famous, and then die, like the president or Martin Luther King, the secret meetings that Martin Luther King and JFK had, and also the vice president at that time. I did some videos on this a long time ago. Those meetings are very important about what's going on right now. Okay. So they did that time, but they promised never to have another one. Now Farrakhan slipped through but remember, they banned Farrakhan from being able to talk on media and stuff like that, and then he came back a couple years ago. It doesn't matter. They have enough after whatever when Elijah Muhammad so-called died, and they paired with Shanita and whatever this is to do whatever this is and steal this stuff from me. They have whatever they need. They don't necessarily need to they don't necessarily need to be broadcasting. It actually should be a concern. Okay. that they're not being vocal. Okay. But there's an inheritance that I missed out on within the past 15 years or so that's very prominent that I didn't get. And so it's making it easy for these people to do something, is what I'm hearing. But when that polo yay came out, that this is a type of servitude that they're not supposed to get out of. So what I feel like they did this time is brought these people back, try to put them in my energy. They know what kind of clear energy I am. They knew I was going to be able to pick it up, but it's things that I cannot prove because I might be the only one on earth that have a mind that works like this. And I'm hearing like it's only one that come on in a lifetime. With Jeff Epstein, them, they're trying to take the focus on the island or whatever, okay, or that is just an island. I could be a fucking island. You understand? Okay, but they're trying to take the focus off of that and off the fact that what they were doing with technology and learning, what Epstein was teaching those children, and put it on something like that. Or like, oh, these people were, no, a lot of these people that work with Epstein or them wild children that work with Epstein or with that feather or whatever, they are supposed to be getting in trouble for the sins of that feather against what they did to me. To take my mindset and pass it out to all these other people is an abomination, because it was not supposed to go like that. We would not have to talk about this right now if they hadn't done that, because they turned these people on to me. Thousands of people, fans in secret, watching and stalking and waiting in the corners of society to pounce on someone that's an innocent person. That it came to light, it would be nothing that I would be able to do to stop it. It would be nothing that, but then all of these people are excited because now they have all of these children that have this type of knowledge and they can be spread out. And all these people that are not supposed to have this type of top secret information, now they have it. Now, if they're going to be able to comprehend it and do something with it, but the fact that they're so rotten on the inside, they don't choose to do nothing but rotten. They'll smile in your face. They'll dress nice every day. They'll keep their houses and their cars perfectly clean. They'll keep their words to a minimum, but there's a problem there. And unfortunately, when Donald Trump came in, he brought a lot of the industry in. So they're talking about a government shutdown. I'm like, how about you do a celebrity or something else shutdown? How about we try that? Because the government, they trying to say for 6 months or let's do it now. The government been shut down. This is a fake presidency. Probably ever since Obama. Biden, Trump is. Oh, we got to stop this. And then because, the people are liked and everything. Oh, the testing stuff is rigged. We don't even need to talk about that because the 400 years over and the Messiah is already here. The Christ that's sitting on the throne or whatever is already here. And it's not whoever you got back there that you're prepping for it. Just know that. You're prepping the Antichrist. Because I'm starting to think that the spouse is the Antichrist, or something that is an attachment to the spouse or the so-called spouse is the Antichrist. They're talking about Trump. It could be definitely J.D. Vance, which is a splitting image of my spouse for 12 years ago. So when the whole Trump and Hillary and all that war and shit was going on with Trump and Hillary and who gonna be the president, I know what you did, because Hillary Clinton is nothing but Janice Unpacked. That's who was running that person. The Monica Lewinsky, that could be a female like me that are these dream girls or these video girls or whatever like this or whatever. Since we were young, there could be men that cleaved onto our energy back then, and they kind of love us but hate us or whatever now, okay? Or they're waiting for us to spawn another one just like us so they can get their hands on it, something like this. But where the Gemini messed up is by kidnapping this daughter. And I don't even think, I think they're using his image, because I think that the real Kanye, the one that's connected to me, that probably would never go against me, he was created in the image to go into the industry also. And he could have been about to get his soul saved. That one just already dead. Probably when he got that property over there in Cody, or, well, that could be an apartment building, to be honest with you. That's what I'm starting to think. But before y'all change him to Valentine, because I don't think he started out as a Valentine. It could be a splice off of the so-called Gonzalez. But if these people, if the Gonzalez brothers that I knew growing up in high school, is who they already had other names before that. Because when they changed your name to Puerto Rican, you done went through something. If they changed it to Perez, Gonzalez, one of these names or something, you done already went through then you if they'll change it to like Meringuez or something like this. And all this, the only common denominator that I'm seeing here is the Alberon, the best friend. It's the only, they listen to this person that could be also a Gemini, like by nature, like they had to. Like the amount that they've done to people's identity and killing and splicing and cloning and shit to cover up things is you would be mortified. You'd be mortified. You'd be mortified. This is a test. And Jane Elliott, I know that is just a clone, or Sarah Olsen, which is the little stepsister, is got to be one of yours. I don't even know if any of these children was Sharon Olsen's children when we met them. This could be a family of scientists, and the fact that they were so-called married, because I wasn't there when my dad so-called got married to this person. I don't know if they was married or not. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but this, I keep on thinking back, and I'm thinking like, because none of the children look like her. She has strong genetics. I've seen people in the industry look like her. I've seen even Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory energy, because Sharon looks a lot like that person. A little bit like Dr. Fauci. They have the same kind of features. Dr. Fauci look a lot like Anne in the royal family. Somebody already knew what they were going to do. They knew about trying to kill the queen, or what the public eye sees as what the queen is. If they were using my model or my energy to run that networking to the queen, you just would try to cut me off and make it seem like I'm crazy because I want to be plugged back into my avatar, or I want to get back in the game, or something like this. Or you thought I was dead and I wasn't really dead, and they could find out that the people in the royal family is the ones that tried to kill me and I'm not dead. And they all go to jail, and then I sit on the throne the way that I'm supposed to, not with digital technology or digital videography or whatever these people are using, or photoshopping or robotics or whatever this is, like a real queen sitting on the throne. That's what you're trying to stop. We've been under the rule in centuries gone by. We've been under the rule of 14-year-old bad boy, treacherous kings and stuff like this. I promise you. This is the best you probably going to get of centuries. There's no wrongdoings here. Nothing. People are like, oh, you bet. I know you wish you didn't say that or something. There's none of you are talking to me. You don't even exist in this manner. I've seen the foolish things that you tried to do. I've seen all the sneaky things that you tried to do. You didn't even matter when we're talking about. You already pulled off. The mask is pulled off, and I know it's all a big facade. It's like Alice waking up after sitting under that damn tree, on Alice in Wonderland, and you just can't fool me. So you can say all you want. These people are in the wrong. Whatever you just tried to do here, it's not going to work. This is like, you better wake the fuck up. This is like somebody saying, hey honey, I'm gonna take your car to go get the muffler fixed, but they took it to a chop shop or something, or they took it to the police and they put drugs in it first, and the person say, well, whose name is on this vehicle right now? Oh, well, my wife's driving the car. Okay, so this person's wife had this much drugs in there. Go ahead and write up the police report. let's do like this, and then put this person in a mental prison for 5 years, meaning that they can't see the world the way that they're supposed to. The God-given right gave them to expand their minds right now. We need to keep it closed for a little bit longer. So go ahead and put this up. You won't even know that this shit even happened. It's fucking animals. And then they'll wait for your response and say, oh, that's not too professional or something like this. But the real ones, in a minute, all these people are not going to matter. It's going to be only the people that can really, that balance out their light and dark, and can actually see things from an aspect and pick up on all these different energies and care to a certain extent about what to do with all of them. The other ones are not going to matter. You're not going to matter anymore. Somebody's also like taking a child of mine or a younger child of somebody in a family or something, and they have them locked up reading scriptures every day. Like, okay, okay, so when I met these people when I was 13, instead of taking me off to some location, letting these people grow up in some weird cult where, you know, they were mated young, and, you know, they were separated from society or something like this, and they were reading the Bible and, you know, doing all these things and probably wearing long skirts like Mormons. They could have, you know, these could have been people of all different races and creeds that went off in like a Mormon experience for the past 20 something years to breed. They could have been married to somebody like me or you in this dimension in the Matrix, but really they were somewhere else, you know, in some type of Nazarene, whatever, wherever the teen mom girl is from. Somewhere like this, they could have been doing something like this. So instead of using the information, because what I'm doing here is cracking the code. If I really had a team behind me, we would be cracking the code. Okay, they feel like it's not time for that yet. They still can play off of God and play with the word of God and make money off of it or something like this. Okay, so think about it for just one last time. Okay, I don't know how much time that is that they asking for, but this is what I'm hearing. Okay, so again, it's keeping a stake in the game here, and then also building something out in the outside world. So when I was just looking at my car, because this car was about to get thrown away, it was tucked in the back seat. So instead of saying, yeah, this girl is brilliant, the way she's describing the Bible, this is open up our minds or something, instead of giving me the credit, they just sneaking, hiding in the background, watching everything I do, trying to be inside my brain, trying to hook up receptors in my brain so that they can know what I'm thinking at any time of the day and copy it. What business ideas, what my ancestors could be. Say I was half cyborg. I'm not even getting my cyborg intel. That's what I'm supposed to be in now. So I was all natural or something the first time. Now they want to wake up that side. And then that would tell me like, hey, go move to Montana. There's a company there that we want you to take over. Such and such. I'm not getting that. Other people are getting those messages. And then, okay, you got that all set up and it's running. Okay, oh my God, you did that so quick. Now we need you to fly to Texas and go set this up and get some workers in there. And like somebody's supposed to be doing something, like I'm supposed to be doing something like this, but they're giving this to our enemies. They're giving this to foreign intelligence and things like this, and they're claiming all of these properties that were hidden, or private LLCs of companies that help keeping this nation going, or they deal with the more sensitive matters or materials, or the sensitive materials, or whatever you want to say, goods of this nation. Okay, so right now they have a child that they're trying to catch up to think the way that in my place they said, nah, you see it like this or something. That helped us see it like this. And so but we want the public to still think that we just, you know, reading the Bible verse by verse. So they could be kidnapping a child and try to make the child might don't even believe in God, but they're trying to make this child, you know, read the Bible every day, come up with sermons at a young age, and they're going to try to outshine my coming out party that they just made a disaster of it. But it's the only one. There is no other ones coming. It's going to be fake. I think that whatever this is, little old mustard seed me could have thwarted the Antichrist, actually. Not fully defeated, but they got wounded. This group, or if they separated this masculine and made many of him as me, that's what these people could have been loyal servants at some point in time on the Godchild growth or whatever. But somebody said, fuck this, I'm tired of working for her or something. She's not all that. I'm gonna trash this person and I'm gonna put the label and sticker on me, and then I'm gonna go out there to the world, and when I come out, and then it's gonna be my turn. You know, it's not fair to me because I never knew that this is how my world actually worked. I didn't know that this is how I actually work. I think if these people were doing something or grooming me or something, they did a fucking horrible job. You know what I'm saying? It's like the amazing things that I came with, they just knocked it out of my hand or stole it and ran off and took it for themselves. I don't know if the money is going back, into the pot to fuel the whole thing. But if I say I don't want these people connected to it, they're stealing or embezzling money, or they're dealing with espionage, or they're money laundering or something. Nobody can hear that. So they've already changed something over a lot. They've already changed something over. Like, people will call me the imposter, and it's my fucking. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. So we got maybe, and somebody could be abusing this child, okay? Because like I said, these are a lot of people that get the fear of God beaten into them, and then they grow up a certain way, where they believe in God, but they hate God, but they do things against God, but they challenge God. This is not normal. Like, oh, I just loved Sunday school, and no, this is like, militant. This could also be, like I said, the jihad or the Taliban. They're sitting here getting funds and stuff as if they're Christians or Christian groups or something, but they're really foreign intelligent groups, some of these people, right? And it has made its way into the lap of Donald Trump. Regardless of what it is, he's sleeping with one of these women. You're connected to one of these women. One of them, you've been bitten by, or love tapped by one of them. You're not on the same thing you were on. I can tell. Because I don't even think this is the same Donald Trump. The Donald Trump died, maybe not from that little shot or whatever this is, but that was symbolizing the death or the ending of someone, or somebody being totally consumed by something. Because I was picking up on the energy that Charles even passed away, like a little bit after Elizabeth, or and they're playing this off of like this is not the thing, like the coronation was real. This person was on their deathbed during the court. I don't know what. Maybe they had a robot. We could even be picking up on a past energy or something, or the father and mother of these people, or we could be picking up on something else. But I digress. Hold on. Hold on.